Parashat Vayigash is one of the most moving and most emotional parashot, maybe in the whole Torah. The meeting of Yosef and his brothers, the meeting of Yaakov after 20 years with his son, moves and touches, I think, maybe every person. Chazal notice that in that meeting of Yaakov and Yosef, something is missing. Yes, Yosef comes up and cries on his father. After that meeting, after 20 years, Yosef, Yaakov, does not cry on Yosef. And Chazal say that Yaakov was in the middle of reading Kriyat Shema. What begs the question, why couldn't Yaakov Avinu find a different time to say Kriyat Shema? 20 years he did not see his son, and the thing he was thinking of doing at that moment of meeting was saying Kriyat Shema. Why? I think maybe to explain that question, we should look back to last week's Parsha. In last week's Parsha, the brothers of Yosef start coming down to Mitzrayim. And one of the most weirdest things that happened there in that conversation between Yosef and his brothers is that the brothers bring up something which looks so weird and not connected. And many times in that conversation, Yosef's brothers bring up the donkey, the chamor. Yosef's brothers say, as they come down to Mitzrayim, that they're afraid that they'll להתגולל עלינו ולקחת אותנו לעבדים, which kind of makes sense. They're afraid of them becoming slaves. ואת חמורנו. Why are they so scared of the Egyptians taking their donkeys? I can understand why they're afraid of being slaves, but ולקחת אותנו לעבדים ואת חמורנו, what does it matter? So they'll take the donkeys. And in a few times, Yosef's brothers bring up, or the Torah brings up, those donkeys, that they came and they gave mispol chamorim. Why? What do we care about those donkeys? The donkey actually comes up in the Torah a few times. And in two very specific times, Chazal have a special comment about that donkey. The first time is the time where Avraham Avinu goes to the Akedah and brings his Ne'arim and the Chamor. And Chazal say that Vayachavosh et Chamoro, Zeu Chamoro shel Mashiach. Ani verochev al Chamor. It's a pasuk in Yeshayahu. Ani verochev al Chamor is a mention to Mashiach. And Avraham Avinu's chamor, Avraham Avinu's donkey, is the same donkey that the Mashiach will ride b'acharit hayamim. The second time is in a parsha we'll read B'ezras Hashem in a few weeks, is when Moshe Rabbeinu comes back to Mitzrayim, and again vayachavosh et chamoro, and say Chazal, zeu chamoro shel Mashiach, ani verochev al chamor. And I feel like that donkey that comes up there in the parashot of Avraham and Moshe Rabbeinu is the same donkey that Achei Yosef are afraid of when they go down to Mitzrayim. Because I feel like Achei Yosef understand that them coming to Mitzrayim is not only to get some food for Yaakov Avinu. It's not only the same Yeridah to Mitzrayim that Avraham Avinu tries going down when there is a Ra'av in Eretz Yisrael, in Eretz Canaan. It's not the same Yeridah to Grar that Yitzchak Avinu goes down to Grar when there is a Ra'av in Eretz Canaan. It's a different Yeridah, and they understand that, and they bring up that Chamor, they bring up the idea of Acharit Hayamim, of Chamoro Shel Mashiach, as they come down to Mitzrayim, they're afraid, they're scared of them becoming slaves, and they're afraid, they're scared that the nevuah, the idea of 400 years of Yerida LeGalut, is happening now. They're scared of Chamoro Shel Mashiach. They're scared of that Chamor that the Egyptians will take. And Yaakov Avinu, when he comes down to Mitzrayim, he says Kriyat Shema. The first thing he says when he comes down to Mitzrayim is Kriyat Shema, because he understands that his Yeridah to Mitzrayim is part of a bigger thing. It's not him coming down to meet his son. It's not only him coming down to have some more food. It's him coming down as part of this Galut and Geula, as part of this continuation of Am Yisrael, as part of him becoming Am Yisrael. And maybe that is why the Torah stops calling Yaakov Avinu Yaakov, and starts calling him Yisrael at those psukim that Yaakov Avinu goes down to Mitzrayim. Yaakov Avinu understands that this is part of this Galut and Geula, and that's why he must say Kriyat Shema. He must read. He must say this connection between Am Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu that now come together as part of the Galut and Geula. And maybe that is why also in next week's Parashat, in Parashat Vayechi, Yaakov Avinu bikesh legalot et haketz. Yaakov Avinu was already there, was already thinking about the Acharit Hayamim, or thinking already about the Ketz Hayamim, about the Geula, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him, wait. Nistate mimeno haketz. Yaakov Avinu understands, Yaakov Avinu understands, he cannot say yet the ideas of Acharit Hayamim. And we can only hope that today, as we start feeling the Geula, we start feeling the beginning of something special happening, that we won't forget that Chamor, the Chamoro Shel Mashiach, and we won't forget saying Kriyat Shema, feeling the connection between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom.